Hey, chat. How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome to episode 2 of Bloons Tower Defense and the second episode of anything to ever post on the channel. I'm stoked to death. Are you guys stoked to death? So I've got a lot of things to tell you about. You will not believe what happened at my day job today. So I'm out there helping fix people's stuff because that's part of what I do. And we've got a hot water heater that's not doing what it ought to, not heating the water like it ought to. And I go to check and see if that rascal is ignited. And boy, oh boy, it was ignited. That plate on the bottom was so hot, I scorched the back of my fingers. Instantly torched them. It was wretched. And so now I've got these little blisters on my left hand, and it's like, I hate everything that breathes and most things that don't. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into the game here. Bloons Tower Defense 6. So, last time, we were working on doing one of the challenges, and we got wrecked repeatedly. We were using the Money Man, and he's just not super useful for that level, so we're going to switch to this Druid Wizard Treebeard fellow, because he's good for magic stuff. We'll get our reward. Okay. Money, money, money. I can always appreciate money. Alright. And now let's go back to what we were dealing with before. We're going to try again to clear this level and see what happens. I think we'll go with what we did before. We'll start with a druid. Well, we're going to restart because we accidentally dropped him. Alright, let's grab this druid again. Take him over here and let him go. Let's see what happens. Good. Perfect. Okay, so we'll get a little bit more. We'll grab a ninja monkey. We'll grab him right now. So, what have you guys been up to? Tell me all about your stuff. I would be really honest and truly interested to hear about it. You know, if it's like, hey, this thing went on at my job today, or maybe they're like, oh, this thing went on at school or whatnot. I'd love to know about it. Hopefully, we don't have any stories like mine where you make a dumb mistake and scorch yourself a little bit. It's not, by the way, it's not bad or anything. It already doesn't hurt. It just made this little tiny ugly blister, and it was more a shame than anything. Just like, hey, look at you. You're dumb, and you failed at life. You know, I should have been more careful, but for some reason, I really felt like I would be able to feel the radiant heat coming off that water heater. And boy, it was not coming off at all. I'm sitting there, and I reached out to figure out where that igniter was, because it seemed a lot like, you know, the water was just coming out lukewarm, and it seemed a lot like, oh, this is obviously just, it's not lit. Wasn't true at all. It was lit, and it was really cooking on the bottom of that heater, but it wasn't heating up the water. So we're going to have somebody else go and take a look at it that actually does those things for a living, and let them know. Say, hey, it runs, it just doesn't heat anything. And we'll see what happens. So yeah, if you guys have any interesting stories, I'd love to hear it. I'd also be interested in hearing what you guys would be interested in seeing. The first week is going to be pretty much all this. Well, for one thing, to cut out all the ums you're hearing right now, without having to do a whole metric ton of editing, because I still have that bad habit of umming a lot, and I want to not do really good games in a bad way. So I'm burning through several episodes of this, and and I like this game. All right, so I am interested to know what you guys like to play and would like to see me play. I probably will not do a whole ton of stuff that I've already seen or done a dozen times, just because there's no real fun in watching that happen again and again and again. Even on your end, I know that you would like to see me do something, but if I've already done it, all the reactions you're hoping to get are gonna be blah. But even if it turns out that I have done what you already want me to do, ask anyway, because you don't know. And it might be, you might even ask for something that I have done, and we go for it. If you want to know, there's some stuff in my library right now that still needs to be played. I've got a lot of things, actually. I have Tales of Zestiria, because I've already played Symphonia. I've played it through twice. I've just about 100%ed everything, because I have a real bad completionist streak in me that feels the need to do all the things. So Zestiria, I will probably play. Symphonia, I've played a lot. That may be one of the first things we do as well, just because that would be a really great long-term game where we just know we've got tons of time and we'll pop it in and we'll experience it together. I don't know how, I've not heard a ton about the game, so it's not something that a lot of people know about. So it's a fair bet that we will be experiencing it for our first time together. And I think that would be a lot of fun to do with you. So, we've got Zestiria on the docket somewhere. Unless there's some other things that are on your mind first, where you say, boy, you've really got to do this first instead. And we'll do it. The kind of games that I like are typically RPG type stuff. I like RPGs because I like the feeling of I made progress and the progress was permanent. I did a thing and I grew a level, and once I grow that level, I've always grown that level. I never go back. And that feels good. I grew up with Pokemon games, loved them. Just wish I could finish all of them. By finish all of them, I mean I've never gotten 150 of the Pokemon on any of them. Or not even just 150. Sorry, I'm sneaking my age in there when I say 150. I've never gotten the full Pokedex on any of them. But I have played a lot of the first few gens, and I like them. I really like Gen 3. It's a lot of fun. It's the first Game Boy Advance one, and it's great. The Emerald was always really fantastic. I've heard a lot of good things about Gen 4, especially Platinum version, but Platinum version is really difficult to get and super expensive. So who knows if that's ever going to happen. And also I would need to get a capture card for the 3DS, and I don't have one. But I've got Switch, I've got PlayStation 4 Pro. I do not have Xbox, don't plan to get one. But I believe that a capture card is not too hard to get for those things. So if there's something on them that you really want to see, then we could go for it. Next year, there's going to be the Triangle Strategy Project, and that's coming out in 2022. I would be super interested in playing that, and especially playing that for the channel. I think that would be a fun thing to experience together. I think the RPGs would be a lot of fun to do together. And so, we'll almost definitely do Zestiria. I told you all yesterday. Omori is on the docket. I believe that Omori is going to be right after the first week. Just because I'm really desperate to play it. I don't want to get too far behind with all the other people. And so I'm really interested to get to it. Let's see. Okay, round 30. I need to pay attention here. All right, round 30. So, oh, I never got the hero.
Nature's revenge shall be swift and terrible.
Dag nabbit. Well, that's where he sits. I should probably replace the battery in this mouse. I bet you it's dying.
All right.
Good. See the upgrades on this. That's not terrible. We'll unlock it. Okay. He's going to be broken for a little while now. We need to get our house built real soon.
Ha.
All right, Monkey Village goes here. Perfect. Okay. So we've got monkey commerce now. This is going to make our monkeys a lot cheaper. We'll go ahead. We'll get the sniper right away. We'll make sure that he's in range of this. And we're also going to put another house right next to this as soon as we get the money to. We're going to set this shooter to wrong. We're going to start leading him down the path of a heavy machine gunner. So we're going to get these two here, the full metal jacket, the large caliber.
Yes.
Hopping through 7 layers is fantastic. And then we're just going to make him an automatic rifle. So he's a machine gun. Eventually he'll become elite defender and it'll be fantastic. First though, we're going to put this guy out. Very carefully. Okay, that's as well placed as we can place. And we're going to use this to put camo detection on these two, hopefully. Hopefully. That is the plan. All right. Let's go some more.
Handle it.
Yeah. All right. They survived. Boy, that was a scary moment. All right. Camo detection on these guys. This guy's still shooting at strong. The next thing we're going to do is make his heavier. So the money's coming in. I like the late levels because you're able to just get these things. Also, it's great to have hotkeys on those abilities. Discovered that recently because I'm a dope and should have seen it a long time ago. But I did not. So, let's keep going here. We're already at 15 minutes, so probably when we die, we'll call it. But I really would like to win. Hold on, let me slow it down real quick. There we go, jungle drums. We want everyone going faster. Let's go. So right now the sniper is killing these balloons before they even show up, which is fantastic. Okay. Jungle drums makes, just so you know, jungle drums makes them shoot, makes everything attack at, I think, about 1.5 speed. Let me see. It does not actually say. Increases monkey attack speed for all monkeys in radius. So it doesn't say. I think it's about 1.5, but I'm not sure. But you see right now, just cutting through them, it's great. I could have gone up the top path here and done just instantly destroy ceramics and then eventually really hampers Moabs, but I did not because I felt like this is better. Good. He's shooting slow now because they've got bigger balloons and they're coming slower, but because he pierces through so many layers, he's just popping them in one pop. And it's great when he's on strong because he's shooting a back balloon, which is one of those rainbows, turning it all the way down to the red. Because rainbows will split into 2 black and white balloons, and then they will split into 1 black and 1 white, and then they will split into 2 pinks. So it's times 2, times 2 again, times 2 again. So it's about 8 balloons that come out at the end every time you pop one of those rainbows with this guy. So it's just going to be a line of reds for a little while. And if we can get to the machine gun, yes, we can. Full auto, they stand no chance. Goes the weasel. All right, now we're going to do Druid of the Storm. He's going to push balloons backwards. And with this sniper here, we don't have to worry about him pushing stuff out of range of being hit, because it hits everything. We'll add jungle drums to this just because later it's going to be a thing. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to take this monkey town and we're going to upgrade it into an actual monkey town. We're going to take the monkey village, turn it into monkey town, which is going to make all of our monkeys get more money every time they pop stuff. So it's going to be great. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get to that 10,000. I think I'll go ahead and tell you. I've got some other things that are waiting in the wings. One of the things I like to do is I like to sing. And so I've been getting some songs and getting the karaoke and instrumental tracks for them. And I will probably start posting some songs along with these episodes once I've got enough together.
Sweet.
And it won't be like constant. This is not really going to be a music channel. But I'll probably do it sometimes. Come on, live through this. Yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. We live. I think the next thing we ought to do is spend 5,000 to get the lightning ball from this guy. Good. We're so close. Ooh, almost. Lightning. Okay. So he'll throw a lightning ball. It'll cast lightning on the balloons over and over and over again. This is, again, going to make the difference as far as the level of pressure we're under. You see that lightning ball there? It will throw lightning out of it as it goes along. And you just see it's making life simple. Monkey City. Make that a little bigger. And this we don't need yet. What we will do, though, is we're going to get ready to get that super monkey. Now, hopefully we won't do what we did yesterday, and we're sitting here waiting to get something, and we're waiting to get something so long that we die.
Sweet.
Excellent. We've got the next ability.
BFB. Handle it.
I'm going to slow down just in case this really surprises us here. I think we're gonna live. We did. All right, we have enough money for the super monkey. So we're gonna put him exactly where he can catch both of those things. We want him to still be able to hit the camo. And we also want him to be cheap. Alright, speed back up again, because we are in good shape.
Feel nature's wrath.
So those are magic balloons. They can't be hurt by thunder, or fire, or ice. If I remember correctly, they can't be hurt by any of those three. So what we should do next is we should get this Monkey Intelligence Bureau, because it makes you able to pop any balloon. So you got a regular monkey, he throws darts, he can't pop lead. Well, he can pop lead now. You got a magic monkey, and they can't pop the purple balloons. Well, they can pop them now. All that kind of stuff. All right. We should... I'm debating on what's the right thing to do here.
Feel nature's wrath.
We should get this.
Rise.
And we lived. Good. Good. Gouda cheese. Alright, we're on 65 right now. The rounds are gonna get long, so this might be a super long episode, who knows? But if we live through this, then we will have completed one of the hardest options in the game. But it's, of course, on the first map. The later maps, it's just... it would be pretty much ridiculous to try and do. But it can be done. I'm debating now between what's the right thing to do here. Should I get this so that all monkeys can pop all things? Because right now, my super monkey with his plasma, it's considered the fire. Which means that if we get those purple balloons again, he won't be able to pop it. So, hooey. So maybe I should get the Monkey Intelligence Bureau first. I think that is what we will actually do. Good. Having Super Monkey with the plasma is just
Handle it.
life-saving. Yep, they aren't getting through.
Feel rise.
Oh, I should have told you. This tree. Okay, so these trees right here that are surrounding, that are right in this area here, what these trees do is they will absorb balloons, and when they get full, they will explode money. Or you can press the activation again if the cooldown finishes up. And when the cooldown finishes up, you press the activation again, and they will throw out whatever money they've collected so far and plant themselves somewhere else. Where they plant is random inside of the range. So it's going to be... Oh. Guys. I said I was going to get the Monkey Bureau, and I didn't do it. I got the other thing instead. So let's just pray that we don't get purples, because I am a dumb bunny who does dumb bunny things. Get it. Good. This is gonna be cake now. Excellent. We've got Monkey Knowledge Point. I will show you Monkey Knowledge Point probably at the beginning of tomorrow's episode, because either I'm going to die and we're going to cut it off, or I'm going to finish it and then we're going to cut it off. But Monkey Knowledge, I'll show you tomorrow. I'll show you how it works and how it runs and everything. We won't be doing, like, all the maps in this game and whatnot. We're not even close. This is just going to be happy fun times. Maybe sometimes we'll come back to it if I just feel like I want to play some balloons. But we're not going to sit here and completionist this thing. I like to be completionist, but I also have an ability to absolutely get discouraged if it looks overwhelming. And being completionist on Bloons Tower Defense is absolutely overwhelming. There's just so much, and you just look at it and say, nah, not a chance. Good, okay, now all these monkeys can pop any kind of balloon.
Yeah.
Now, you may be wondering about the sell button. You saw that and said, hey, a while ago, you placed this guy on the wrong place. Why don't you sell him and move him? Because that's one of the requirements of this game type, is that you don't get to sell. So, something is placed, it's placed. That's where it sits, that's where it stays. These fortified Moabs are scary, but we should be fine. Especially now. Yeah, it's gonna be cake. Good. Victory, victory. Victory. What now? I think what we're gonna do now... We don't need to worry about being inside of the range of the camouflage, because I'm going to buy a camouflage detection, and I'm also going to buy the thing that destroys all camouflage off of balloons, because I want this. I want the Necromancer. He just makes balloons appear and sends them down the path in the opposite direction. He's really great. The great Necromancer, what is he called? Prince of Darkness, is really, really... In and of himself, he's good. He has one fatal flaw, which is that his range is so huge, and it is poorly compatible with how the Necromancers work. Necromancers will go to the latest part in the path that is in their range, and will launch balloons from there. That's fine, but the Prince of Darkness, his range is so huge that his range will reach down here, and the balloons will spawn from here, wrap around, come around, and by the time they get about to this part of the path, they'll all pop. Because the balloons have a very, very limited range in and of themselves. So it winds up being a waste.
Yes.
And he just burns through all the lives that he gets. We're on 78. We're gonna face the ZOMG real soon. That is just the next level up of these blimps. They're called Moabs, of course. You probably know that. That's by everybody saying it 1,000 times. And it's a big black rascal, and it takes a lot to get rid of. It's nowhere comparable to the last one, though. Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna create another one.
Handle it.
And we're gonna put him here. We are also going to make him fire, and shimmer, and undead. And this should make the balloons so thick that they don't overwhelm us very easily. Okay. Next one's up. The sad thing about that guy getting placed over there is one of the things that he's good for is he's good for magic monkeys. And so if I put him over in this range here, he would give buffs to the magic monkeys. Good. Alright, let's wreck some shop. The torch guy is going to be pretty great. The fire pits are a really good stopgap for balloons just coming through like crazy. They have to drive over the pit, and it will burn them. And it will not necessarily cut through all the layers by the time they pass over the pit, but it will cut through a lot of them. And now we have retaken control of the area. We don't have to worry about these coming through or causing much trouble. See? Told you so. It's really great when you've got the situation handled again. All right, I think this guy is going to be far enough away. Hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see. And we'll see if we can make him the Prince of Darkness. The great thing about Prince of Darkness is that he gets zombies just like the others do. He'll create zombie balloons. But he gets zombie Moabs. And it's really, really good. Oh, I forgot to mention. Prince of Darkness, I'll give this so you can read it. You reanimate even more powerful balloons. That means the blimps. And you enhance all other necromancers. So that's another good thing, is if you want to make just an army of these wizards. And these, mainly the necromancers. And they'll all get stronger in his radius. No chance. Get wrecked. Now these are a little scary. What I probably actually ought to do next is I ought to get the mortar guy who can cut the fortification off of these. But I'm so close. I'm so close to Prince of Darkness. Thankfully, that tree line is there to eat up a bunch of stuff. And this Phoenix is doing pretty good work, keeping everything burning and going away. Good. We could just skip to Elite Defender here instead of risking this. But we are so close to Prince of Darkness. Just so very close. Alright, this round we'll get it.
Feel nature's wrath.
Burn him, burn him, burn him, burn him, burn him down. Got it. And now the bird. All right, and you see how huge his range is now? And so they're starting way over here, which means that they'll never ever make it to their targets. Even the blimps don't go to the end. And so his stuff to an extent is going to be worthless. But he is a really great long line because nothing will get through. If things do come through, he'll really burn them up at the other end. Alright, so now, we've got a new thing we need to do. We're gonna grab this guy, we're gonna put him in range of the money, and we're gonna start making him super, super buff. I'm gonna double check his abilities to make sure I'm not confused and stupid. Okay, Shatter Shells, that's gonna knock the fortification off of that stuff. So, we're gonna go back to him. We're gonna get Signet Flare. We don't have enough for Shatter Shells, but we will go faster reload and rapid reload. And then we're going to set his target. And we're going to put that target right here, so things have to pass him by 3 times. Alright, let's go for it. You see our poor blimps are dying before they even get to slaughter. It's so sad. It's getting right heartbreaking. But we'll deal with it. I actually wish I could make his range shorter. But I know I won't feel that way if they start coming through. It's always nice to have something on this back end here that keeps you from getting wrecked. If anything gets by, because It's nice to have everything together because they're really tough, but it is scary to have a situation where if anything comes through, the moment it comes through, you're already dead. And that's the situation with this one. You get 1 life, and that's it. You get nothing else. What should we do? What should we do? I think I have an idea. So, we're gonna get this guy in here. What is your purpose, mister? Actually, we're gonna put him down here. Just in range of the money. There. So what is his purpose? His purpose is going to be blowing up Moabs. So he's going to get this unstable concoction that puts explodey stuff on the Moabs. And then once the explodey stuff goes off, when the Moab gets popped, it will really damage everything around it. So stronger acid, perishing potion, unstable concoction. Perfect. And yeah, we're gonna do faster throwing because that also gets a status pool. Pop, pop. Okay, let's go for it. And he's gonna target the strong. You see now, when these ones with the pink stuff on them blow up, they cause a lot of damage to the other ones around them. Pop, pop, good. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Actually, it's not pop, pop, fizz, fizz. It's actually plop, plop, fizz, fizz for any of you who are acquainted with ancient commercials. Sadly, we aren't able to burn the fortification off these, but we can now. There it goes. That's once the fortification burner on this rascal only works for things that are below the ZOMG. So the red balloon, the red blimps on down. Now we're going to grab another one of these, and he is going to sit right here. And his purpose is to upgrade the other monkeys around him. And we're going to give him faster throwing. Although we could have given him stronger acid, it would make the bruise even stronger. But he's surrounded by so many people, we want to make him faster. So that he can make people have it more often. The stimulants, they just take... He throws it at monkeys around him, and the monkeys that get hit with it around them... Ooh, that's loud. He throws it at monkeys around him, and the monkeys that get hit with it around him will throw their stuff faster, do everything faster. All right. And then down here, we're going to put another one because we want to upgrade the super monkey as well. I can almost get all 3 of these. Oh well. If we get both of these, that'll be good. This one, we're going to give the same thing, except we're going to go larger potions. Acid dissolves balloons faster. And the second one here also strengthens bruise and stimulants. We want, since he only has 2 people to throw stimulants at, then we want to give him stronger stimulants instead. There's no need for him to sacrifice the strength for speed. He's only got 2 to throw at. And we'll probably give permanent brew to this bottom guy if we need it at all. Alright, this is round 100. Let's see if we live through it. This is called the Bad. It's a big old rascal. And tough as nails. We may die on this last round. Let me slow it down. And I'm going to put in another one of these. Come on now. All right. This is going to be close. This is going to be really close. I think we're gonna die. So close, guys. So close, and we're gonna lose in the last round. All right. Well, that'll do it for today. Tomorrow, we're gonna do this again. We're going to actually pay more attention and win tomorrow. But thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all for watching. Like I said before, let me know the things you want to see, the stuff you want to hear. I mentioned doing music as well as games. If you got songs that you're like, hey, I think it would be fun to hear you sing it, tell me. I'll see if I can get it worked out. It's possible that I won't be able to, and Overlord YouTube will say no. But you know, ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. Anywho, thank you all so much for watching. I shall see you all tomorrow. Bye.